She's our expert on tinfoil.
Wish me luck on it.
She's getting really good.
Oh, he's got the camera on me too, huh? That's pressure.
Who knows? You might end up on YouTube.
Oh, I don't want to end up. That's what I don't want to end up on.
But Linda's been here for many, many years. She's very well versed.
6 total years. I've done this about.
Okay, that's me. That's you.
I've done it sporadically.
She's been running around.
But his voice sounds better on it. His voice sounds better on it.
She taught me. She's the one that taught me the Webster home. So yeah, but she's been here. She's been here quite a while.
Thank you for building it up. The main thing, I got to get the fall on correctly. I'd rather do the corpse thing upstairs.
Oh, you'd rather do the corpse recording?
I'd rather go upstairs to do that.
Well, you can always tell Gary to come on down and do it.
He was telling you what a wonderful invention Thomas Edison had here. And this is so wonderful that we demonstrate it. No one else demonstrates it. We demonstrate it. And they have one in this National Historic Site in West Orange, New Jersey, which is the site of his second research and development laboratory after he moved his operations there in the early 1880s. So that's why Menlo was like vacant for a long time. A lot of the farmers had taken a lot of things off the building, and it was vacant by 1929. Mr. Ford wasn't able to get a lot of materials to add to, but he was still able to do this, still able to do this. So this is the tinfoil phonograph. Did he talk about the mica diaphragm? Did he talk about that? No? He didn't talk about the mica diaphragm? You really are going to record me the whole thing? Okay. Wasn't kidding. Anybody want to touch this needle here? This needle, this is vibrating because of the mica, a mineral diaphragm, and Edison found a way to capture sound. So this is a megaphone on an apparatus with a mica, a mineral, that's the mineral there, and that is the conductor to capture the vibrations, to capture the sound. And so after much experimenting, found that mica, that thin material, was even used earlier on stoves before glass was used on ovens and things. So I got to finish putting this on. Anyway, we are only ones that demonstrate it. So this is a cylinder on this big contraption. It's a cylinder put on here. It's not very attractive, but a man named Sigmund Bergman actually was a gentleman that worked with Edison for many years at an earlier workshop in Newark, New Jersey, prior to 1876, when Edison and his father found this land and began developing his invention factory. He called this place his invention factory. And of course they called him the Wizard of Menlo Park. This is Menlo Park, New Jersey, right near the Pennsylvania Railroad. They called it his Wizard, his invention factory, and they called him the Wizard. You know, they have nicknames of people, and they had nicknames for him. He's the Wizard. That means a lot of stuff was going on here. They didn't know what was going on with the other farmers. A lot of noise, a lot of inventions, a lot of shouting, laughing, things like that were going on. I don't know, getting a little funny on that side. You have to really be delicate, and I know this is going to work because I got a little bad part there. I don't know why it bubbled up there. It could be the weather. This is something that we demonstrate. It's very fragile. We get maintenance on it once a week, but it's not a done deal. But sometimes it's a little fragile. I got a bump there, but I'm gonna start on that side, and maybe I can get a good recording, and it won't mess up before it gets over here. Okay. Oh, there it is. Anyway, so this gentleman named Bergman made this contraption after it was successful in 1877. Produced several hundred. They used to sell it to men to use at fairs. If you see that flyer there, they talked about what they used it for, and how People use it at fairs to talk into, sing into. So it's quite a phenomenon, recording sound and playing it back. Make sure it's on good. Hopefully it's on tight enough. Down in here, we'll see. I'm going to wind it back to the beginning. It's a little iffy on that side. I'm going to try to get a recording in the middle of it in case it doesn't work. The smoother side. Because it looks a little funny, but we've all been standing there a while, and this gentleman's got a lot of pressure on me because he's recording me. And I just want to do a good recording for you. A lot of, this was one of his major creations while at Menlo Park between 1876 and 1880s. And Mr. Edison, his team, they moved on to a larger facility and other things. But he did a lot of inventions, improvements on inventions, worked on a little bit improving Alexander Graham Bell's telephone. I'm going to stop and start a little. I'm going to start where that gap is. But I don't think this is as smooth as it could be, but I'm going to go with it. And hopefully I get a good recording. Oh no. Now I was talking about the mica diaphragm. This is the same type of apparatus that's over there. It's got a needle attached to the mica diaphragm. And we put the needle on here. See, it's a combination of moving the wheel and talking at the same time. I'm going to clap that on there. The first thing that Mr. Edison recorded, one of the first things that he was doing for the audience was Mary Had a Little Lamb. So I will be doing that. I'm going to put my megaphone and speak into there. I'm going to be shouting now, so little ones are going to be shouting a little loud. And then I'm going to play it back. I'm going to be rotating the cylinder and speaking at the same time. So I've got the mica diaphragm on the foil. Let's see what happens. I hope it doesn't tear. Hello, hello, hello! Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Okay. Now, you see my recording when I take the mica diaphragm out? You see that? Like a record? Then you wind it back to the beginning. Makes those grooves on the cylinder. This contraption is made for that. And I might have a hard time. I need to touch that. I got to move it back to the beginning. We know what records look like, right? Yeah. And that's what you got here. We got a record. Imagine this. This was phenomenal. Mr. Edison, they worked with the telegraph system for a long time. Working with the Morse code, listening to vibrations or feeling vibrations. So that gave him that idea of knowing maybe I can capture that sound, the vibrations, and make it to sound and be able to play it. So we put it back on. Now I'm going to use the larger megaphone. It's not going to sound exactly like my voice. I'm going to put it on here and I'm going to rotate the cylinder the same way. Everybody be quiet and listen. And there's a combination of winding it. Yeah. There's no way I'm going to do it exactly like I wind it, but you got to try to wind it as much like you did it when you first did it. Isn't it incredible though? Yeah. It was fantastic, and they called it the talking machine. I was showing you the flyer. Calling it the talking machine. People were singing in it. What else they said? I don't know. They were singing and they were doing, talking, singing, laughing, crow, whistle. Probably belching and all of that, and screaming, and they would take them to county fairs. Sigmund Bergman, he manufactured this one. The original would be more in Edison's national site in West Orange, New Jersey, the site where his second research lab was, and it may be one in the Smithsonian, but this was quite a phenomenal, and this gentleman was manufacturing these, and he ended up manufacturing a lot of things that Mr. Edison used in a lot of his companies, his Edison companies like light sockets and things. So he worked with a lot of men that were talented and went off in other directions, and they might have still had a connection, but this was a collaborative effort, but this was very successful. In 1877, by 1878, they were manufacturing these.